Good morning students. Today we are going to study lesson number 7, non-cooperation movement. Refer to page number 31. Non-cooperation movement means what? Not to cooperate with the Britishers. In the Indian national movement, the period from 1920 to 1947, it is known as the Gandhian era. After the death of Lokmanya Tilak in 1920, the national movement went into the hands of the Mahatma Gandhi, and he wanted to work for the freedom struggle with his principles of truth, non-violence, and satyagraha. This led to the beginning of the new era in the freedom movement of India. Now, role of Gandhiji in South Africa. Mahatma Gandhiji went to South Africa for some legal work in 1893. At that time, many Indians had settled in South Africa for the purpose of the trade and business. There, the Indians were treated as the criminals and disrespect treatment were being given to them. In 1906, the government declared that it was compulsory for the blacks to carry identity cards and the freedom was also being restricted. Therefore, Gandhiji launched Satyagraha against this injustice and he gained justice for the people. Now, Gandhiji arrives in India. On 9 January 1915, Gandhiji returned to India from South Africa. As a suggestion given by Gopal Krishna Gokhale, he made a tour for the entire nation. At that time, he saw that many people were at a very sad state. At that time, he saw that the people were very poor and they had a very bad condition. Therefore, at that time, he took the promise to serve the nation. Therefore, he stayed at Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad and he followed the technique or the principle of Satyagraha to gain justice for the common people. Now, let us learn philosophy of Satyagraha. Now, he followed a new technique of Satyagraha to gain justice. Satyagraha means what? Instant sense of truth. Means what? That he has to get justice without using violence method. The aim of Satyagraha was to make the unjust person aware of the truth and justice and also change his views. A Satyagrahi should never use violence and untruth means was his thinking. Thus, this technique of Satyagraha was being followed by Martin Luther King for the rights of the blacks in America and Nelson Mandela in South Africa. Now let us learn the first Satyagraha. Champaran Satyagraha. Now in Bihar, the farmers of the Champaran region were forced to cultivate indigo. It is a cash crop. Therefore, the cultivators suffered economically and they used to receive only a fixed amount from the planters. Then Gandhiji went to Champaran in 1917. There he launched a revolt or agitation or protest by following the way of Satyagraha. Now, the farmers got justice by Gandhiji's principle of Satyagraha. Now, let us learn about Kheda Satyagraha. Now, at that time, there was constant famines in Kheda district and the crops were failing to grow. But still, the land tax was being forced to be collected by the government. The Gandhiji suggested that the farmers should refuse to pay the taxes. Therefore, the farmer began the movement for waiving out the tax at Kheda in 1918. Gandhiji, therefore, he accepted the leadership for this particular movement. Within a short period time, the government they suspended or they stopped to take the tax. Now let us learn workers' movement of Ahmedabad. During the First World War, there was great inflation. Inflation means what? The prices of the commodities it rose very high. Now mill workers they therefore demanded for the rise in their salary. But what happened? The mill owners they rejected this particular demand. Then as per Gandhiji's advice, what happened? The workers went on hunger strike. Finally, the mill owners they had to withdraw their demand and the salary of the workers were also increased. Now let us learn about the Satyagraha against Rowlatt Act. Now what happened? In the First World War, the Indians had helped the Britishers. Therefore, the Indians what they felt after the war is over, then the government will take the decision for the well-being of the Indians. There was growing unrest among the Indians regarding the increase in price and taxes. Now the British government wanted to stop this particular dissatisfaction amongst the people. Therefore, it appointed a committee which was being called as the Sir Sidney Rowlatt. Now, according to this act, a law was passed without considering the opposition of the Indian members in the Central Legislative Assembly on 17 March 1919, and this act was called as a Rowlatt Act. Now, what this act described? This act gave the right to the government to arrest anybody without any warrant or imprison without any trial. Now, appeal was prohibited against the punishment through this act. Therefore, the Indians called this as a Black Act, and revolt and agitation started all over India against this particular act. Therefore, what happened? Gandhiji launched a satyagraha against it, and on 6th April 1990, he appealed, or he said to the Indians to follow hartal or strike all over India against this particular act. Therefore, many Indians supported this movement where Gandhiji was the leader. Now, let us learn something about Jallianwala Bagh. Now, the movement that arose against the Rowlatt Act, it took a fierce form in the province of Punjab. Then Amritsar became a main center of this particular movement. Then Gandhiji was been prohibited, means not allowed to enter the province or the state of Punjab at that time. And General Dyer, he issued orders of ban on public meetings in Amritsar. Now, important leaders also were being arrested. Who were they? Dr. Satyapal and Dr. Khichlu. They were being arrested. Right? Then, as a protest against this, what happened? The people, they assembled at a place named as Jallianwala Bagh on 13th April 1990, and it was a Baisakhi day. Now, General Dyer, he arrived with his armed force, and within no time he told his soldiers to open fire on these people. Now, he ordered his soldiers to fire 1660 rounds. The army continued firing until the ammunition was being overawed. In this massacre, what happened? 400 people, including men and women, were killed. Many people were also wounded. And immediately after that, what happened? The British government, they announced curfew. Curfew means what? You cannot leave your home and go outside. Hence, what happened? Immediate treatment was not being given to this injured people. Therefore, in entire Punjab, military law was being enforced, and many were sent to jail by the government. Then General Michael O.D. Dyer, governor of the Punjab, he was responsible for this particular massacre. Now, seeing this, what happened? Rabindranath Tagore, he gave away the title of Sir, which was being given by the British government. Later, the Indians demanded the inquiry on this particular massacre. Hence, what happened? The British government appointed the Hunter Commission. Now, let us learn about the Khilafat movement. Now, Muslims all over the world, what they considered the ruler of Turkey as their Khalifa, means what? The religious leader of the Muslims all over the world. Therefore, to get the support of the Indian Muslims in the First World War, the British gave the assurance of not harming the Khalifa's empire. But as usual, they did not keep to their promise or to their word. It caused resentment and led to the Khilafat movement by the Indian Muslims to support the Khalifa. The movement started by the Indian Muslims to support the Khalifa was therefore called as the Khilafat movement. Gandhiji thought that this is the only the time where Hindus and Muslims can come together and they can unite themselves to achieve India's independence. Therefore, Gandhiji supported the Khilafat movement. Then Khilafat committee was been accepted by the Gandhiji's proposal of following non-cooperation with the government, means not to cooperate with the government. At this time, we could see that the Hindu-Muslim unity was very high during this particular period. Now, let us learn about non-cooperation movement. Now, the real meaning behind the non-cooperation movement was the British government in India, they fully depended only upon the cooperation of the Indians. But suppose the Indians do not cooperate with the British government, then what will happen? The British government will totally collapse. Therefore, with this intention, what happened? The people of the India, they decided to take part in this particular movement that is called non-cooperation movement. Then in 1920, the Indian National Congress session was being held at Nagpur. And what demands were being made by the non-cooperation movement or resolution? And the resolution of this non-cooperation movement was put by Chittaranjan Das, which was being accepted, and all the control of the movement were given in the hands of the Mahatma Gandhi. Now, according to this resolution, a program was being made, or it was being framed, that we have to boycott government offices, courts, foreign goods, government schools and colleges. Now, we have studied in this particular lesson about the non-cooperation movement, its meaning, then the role of the Gandhiji in South India, then how he arrived in India and took the firm decision, then philosophy or the meaning of Satyagraha, then Champaran Satyagraha, Kheda Satyagraha, then workers movement of Ahmedabad, Satyagraha against Rowlatt Act, then we have studied about the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, then we have studied about Khilafat movement and non-cooperation movement. In the next chapter, we are going to study the next part of this particular lesson. I hope you have understood this lesson. If any query, kindly contact.